Hello everybody, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. The 8 a.m. start, we're just a couple minutes away. It looks like about 3 minutes till 8 o'clock. Both teams are on the sideline and finished their warm-ups. Pre-game captains meetings already happened. For this tournament, we're here at the Willard tournament. It's actually been moved to the Allison Sports Complex in Springfield. Willard was going to use two facilities, their turf football field and then their grass soccer field, but the threat of rain and the little rain they had yesterday kind of made that grass field questionable. So they've moved the tournament here to the Allison Sports Complex that has 4 turf fields. This is where Sporting Springfield plays their club games. We do have a 3-man crew. Which is nice. Always nice to have the 3-man crew, the center ref that can control the game. We have a field right next to us that the Logan Rogersville Lighthouse Christian game is going to happen on. So we'll probably have a few balls coming on to each other's fields during the game. There's not really a clear spot to sit for fans. The fans are on the far side of the field opposite the bench right now, but that's basically sitting right on the sideline, and then right behind them is the other games bench. For this tournament, we are doing 35-minute halves. It will be a true stopped clock on yellow cards, interruption of play, penalty kick, goals that are scored. There'll be a ref will signal the clock to stop. But 35-minute, a little bit shortened game for this tournament. It is a doubleheader today. The winner of this match will play the winner of the Willard Oak Grove match, and then the losers will play the losers. And let me just see. I said Oak Grove, it's Oak Park. They play at 10 a.m. And then the losers play at 1 o'clock, and the winners play at 3 o'clock. That's definitely a disadvantage for the Willard Oak Park game. Since they play at 10 and then the losers have to play right again at 1, it's not much of a break.
Yeah, Boston, you're on the other side first half, this side second. Pete, you're on this side first half. Mark, we're going to have ball runners, okay? Say no to that, coach. Come on.
All right, Bolivar's on the field. They're going to take the opening kickoff. Cougars are still getting set. There's a couple of goals that get pushed to the side that the refs are discussing over in the far corner. Ben Schumacher, that did get some minutes last game against Fort Scott, is not in the starting lineup today. Lucas Nangle, Brandon Schumacher as the defensive mid, Jackson Dunaway as the center attacking mid, Meningus on the right, Clevenger on the left, and Hamlin up top for the Cougars. Back line is Ruben Brake on the right, Evan Horton, Max Anredder in the back, and Justin Boney on the left. Bolivar play it back into the middle of the field. Brake makes a touch across. Ball to the near side. That's number 5. That's Xavier Cox working down the line as Brake stays in front. Connecting to number 23. Number 23 is Matt Giglio. All across the box, and a good threat for the Liberators, but just too far ahead of number 5. I'm sorry, that's number 6. That is Nate Lobdell. And ball out the end line, it'll be a goal kick for the Cougars. Lobdell is bleeding from the lip, and they're going to have to sub him out to get fixed up. Number 7, Samuel Kilpatrick in the game for the Liberators. Stewart takes the goal kick up to the center field as Hamlin's able to win it down with his chest, plays it wide, too heavy, and throw in for the Liberators. Anredder heads it down to Dunaway. Loose in the middle of the field, Hamlin comes on. Hamlin makes a touch as number 14, Ingold, separates him from the ball. Over to Cox, penetrating through the middle. Played to the far side. Number 4 is Eli Bryan. Colton Ingold back on the ball, plays it wide again. Nangle steps in, gets a touch up to Hamlin. Hamlin looks for the connection to Meningus, clipped away by the Liberators. Number 5, Cox, plays it to the near side, tries to find number 23, Giglio, on the run, and just too far ahead, and it's another goal kick for the Cougars. Stewart back to take the goal kick. Ball over to the near side. Cox heads it to the back line. That's Barry. Hamlin chasing. Barry taps it into the middle as Ingold's able to come onto it. Ingold in possession, looks to be playing that defensive mid spot. Ball up to Giglio as he tries to turn. Over to Ingold. Colton Ingold. Number 22 is Archer Ingold on the far side. Right back. Plays it wide off, out of bounds and throwing for the Cougars. Quickly stolen back by the Liberators. Ball played across the middle. Number 14, Colton Ingold there, plays the through ball, deflected away by the Cougars. Ball back in, heavy on the touch as Meningus is able to steal to get it to Dunaway. Dunaway looking for the drop, deflected by number 23, Giglio. Nangle there trying to settle. Back in the middle of the field, drop back to Boney. Boney into the middle on the ground for Dunaway. Dunaway gets called for the handball. That is a point of emphasis this year. A ball directly off your touch is not a handball if contacted by the hand. That is a incorrect interpretation of the handball rule. Dunaway, dangerous pass. Anredder is able to step to knock it away. Nangle there on the ball, plays it to the wide side for Clevenger. Titus Clevenger looking at his options, cuts it to the sideline, plays it with his left down the line, ball deflected back to the middle to Dunaway. Dunaway across for Nangle. Nangle can't control it, falls to Horton. Horton plays it in, and that's all the way to the corner. Keeper's going to play it with his feet. Actually, he's going to let it roll out the end line for a goal kick for the Liberators. That's number 42, Wyatt Viles, the keeper for the Liberators. Ball played out of the back to Ben Barry, the left center back. Barry has some time as Meningus comes to pressure. Ball switched across to the far side. Number 18 is Burke. Braden Burke plays it down the far side. Boney, first to touch, plays it up in the air. Anredder tries to settle it. Anredder turns, looking to the keeper. Back to Stewart. Stewart steps to launch it away to the far side. Ball played back in the middle by Burke. Dunaway steps in. Ball loose to Giglio. He plays it over the top for Cox on the near side. Break in front. Cox trying to get to the end line. Makes the step into the box. Cox plays it across. Touched by number 23, Giglio, and sent over the goal. It's a goal kick for the Cougars, but a nice threat for the Bolivar Liberators. Number 6, Nate Lobdell, that had to sub out with the bloody nose, is checking back in the game for the Liberators. Anredder plays the ball, gets through the line as Clevenger goes to chase, but it's going to go out the sideline. Throw in for the Liberators in the defensive third. There's a sub at the line. If anybody wants to make that sub, they're going to. Number 7, Samuel Kilpatrick, checking out. All right, restart a play, throw down the line. headed in the air by the Liberators. Loose ball in the middle, possessed by the Bolivar Liberators. That's number 14, Ingold. Colton Ingold, back to his brother. And down the line, Anredder tries to step in. Ball stolen by the Liberators. Lobdell and Horton there challenge. Lobdell plays it across, and Stewart's in position to receive it out of the air.
Not over your head, let's go.
Stewart punts it to the middle of the field. Top spinning ball bounces at the center circle. Number 22, Archer Ingold, plays it back over the top. Lobdell chases for it as Anredder pokes it to the sideline. It'll be a throw for the Liberators in the attacking third here on the near side. Quick throw into number 23, Giglio. Gets into the box, takes it with his left across the box, and nobody's there to connect. Dangerous ball, but just too far ahead of the attacking players. That's a throw in the far corner for the Cougars. Quick throw by Boney down the line for Clevenger. Nangle comes in, deflects. Hamlin trying to get to the ball. Ball played back into the middle. Number 6, Lobdell gets through but loses his feet as Horton's able to sweep it away to the near side, and it's another throw in for the Liberators. Soren Bachman takes the throw, plays it back to Ben Berry. Berry heads it in. Dunaway and number 23, Giglio, there on the challenge. Giglio gets through, loses his feet. Nangle steps in, loses his feet. Giglio at the goal and puts it in. What a crazy sequence there as the Liberators score the first goal. All right, Bolivar's taking the 1-0 lead, really controlling possession. A lot of opportunities in the box already for the Liberators. Cougars yet to get the ball down into the box in possession. Restart of play. Anredder plays it back to Stewart, who one touches it high into the air, back spinning ball. Dunaway and Hamlin fighting for a touch. Hamlin heads it down. Dunaway to the near side for Meningus. Meningus gets challenged by number 21, Bachman. Bachman turns to drop. Played to the near side by Ben Berry. Meningus steals, but right back to Ingold. Number 12, Max Berry on the far side, challenging down the line, and Max Anredder able to clear it away for the Cougars. Touched by the Liberators across to the end line. Anredder deflects it, and it's a corner kick upcoming for the Liberators. Ball sent across the top of the box, cleared away back to Cox, who sent it in. Backside ball headed in the air, goes the wrong way and out the sideline. It's a throw in the deep corner for the Cougars. Ruben Brake coming over to take the throw. Number 16, Isaac Harper at the line to check in at the next opportunity for the Liberators. Brake takes the throw down the line. Looks like it was off Cox, and it's a throw in again for the Cougars. Brake another throw. Cox first to touch. Challenge for the ball with number 23, Giglio. Hamlin challenging with number 21, Bachman. Giglio is able to get back to it. Played through. Anredder plays it to the middle. Burke on the back line plays it to the far side. Heavy on the touch as Clevenger comes in. Deflected off of Clevenger, throw in for the Liberators. Sub at the line to check in. We'll get that opportunity now. Number 12, Max Berry subbing out of the game as number 16, Isaac Harper, goes into that right wing position. Throwing down the line, Boney does a nice job shielding, and it's a throw for the Cougars. Boney throwing down the line. Sent in by Braden Burke all the way to the keeper, Stewart. He's able to gather it in the box. Cougars resetting their formation. Stewart with a big punt to the far side, bouncing out of play on the sideline, throw for the Liberators. Throw in Nangle first to touch, heads it in the air and out of play. Boney tried to save it in, but it was over the touchline, and it's a throw for the Liberators. Boney heads it again into the middle of the field. Schumacher challenges for the ball as number 6 Lobdell is there, cleared away by the Cougars. Burke back into the middle for number 14, Ingold. Colton Ingold on the ground, clipped by Giglio, up to Cox, back to Giglio at the top. He plays it, trying to place it to the far post, but off the mark, and it's a goal kick for the Cougars. Ben Schumacher checking in the game for the Cougars as Hamlin will take a break. Stewart plays it to the far side. Clevenger there. The turf's a little wet this morning. That ball skipped through and went right past Clevenger. He's unable to settle it with his chest. Ball back into the middle. Horton clears. Clevenger, nice touch to settle. On the ground to Schumacher. Schumacher cutting across the middle, looking for an option. Schumacher gets challenged, falls to Dunaway. Back to Ruben Brake. Challenged by Cox and knocked away, and a throw in for the Liberators. Dunaway gets the touch on the throw. Meningus heads it back into the middle. Clevenger's there. Clevenger tries to find space there and cleared away by Barry right into his own teammate, Ingold. Ball on the near side. Meningus challenges, knocks it out of play, and Bachman, number 21, gets the throw. Lobdell and Brake challenging. Brake's trying to get there and pokes it away as Horton overplayed. Horton's able to clear it to the sideline, back into possession for Giglio. And Giglio plays the ball in. Stewart's able to get it off the hop. Quickly out to Clevenger. Clevenger across to Meningus. Meningus gets the touch, looking for Schumacher on the run, plays it over the top to the near side. Schumacher will chase, trying to keep it in. Able to keep it in on the sideline as he makes a move. Schumacher going to the end, trying to get to the end line. And played out on the sideline, right at the corner. Cougars will get the throw. That was number 21, Soren Bachman, that cleared it away. Schumacher takes the throw back into Dunaway. Dunaway's able to play it back to Brake. Brake at his feet, plays it to Brandon Schumacher. Back to Horton, goes through. Horton has time as he plays it over to Anredder. Anredder all the way across to Boney. Boney heavy on the touch, trying to get back to it, plays a big ball in to nobody in particular, and Burke is able to settle for the Liberators. Number 6, Lobdell tracks back to win the ball, plays it to number 14, Ingold. Ball on the far side. Anredder steps in to challenge, and offside flag is up. It's a free kick for the Cougars. Just over 20 minutes left here in the first half. Bolivar leading 1-0. Max Anredder there to take the free kick. Ball played on the ground. Schumacher tracks back to win it. Schumacher trying to turn. He's able to make the turn down the far side. Leaves it for Clevenger. Clevenger back across the middle. And big clear away by the Liberators onto that other game going on. It'll be a throw for the Cougars. Quick throw by Boney over to Ben Schumacher. And Schumacher can't control it. Out of play, throwing for the Liberators. Ruben Brake subbing out as Kason Hamlin checks in as the right back. Number 15 and number 3 for the Liberators checking in the game. That's Isaiah Lobdell. And number 15 is Isaiah Lobdell, and number 3 is Yannick Davilar. Throw in Dunaway steals, gets it up to Schumacher. Ben Schumacher wins it down with his chest, trying to turn, gets tripped up and draws the foul, and it'll be a free kick for the Cougars. Titus Clevenger will take the kick and asking for space. We'll say he's about 24 yards out, 25 yards out maybe, at the angle, just wide of the penalty box. Meningus, Ben, and Brandon Schumacher at the far side, Dunaway in the center, Nangle up top of the box, and Hamlin, the right back, playing that relief spot. Ball sent across, headed into the air by the Liberators. Into a transition opportunity as Hamlin comes over to challenge. Ball up to number 15, Isaiah Lobdell. Loose ball, Boney's able to get a touch up to Dunaway. Dunaway turns, deflected by Lobdell. Number 4 is Eli Bryan, plays it back to his back line. Meningus comes in to challenge. Ball loose in the middle. Meningus comes in to challenge on number 21, Bachman. Bachman to the near side is able to keep it in. Ball rolls through the first touch by Davilar. And out of play, throw in for the Liberators. Soren Bachman takes the throw. Number 15, Lobdell plays it over to Ingold, all the way back to the back line to Barry, Ben Barry. Challenge for the ball with number 4, Eli Bryan. Bryan still in possession, plays it to the far side. Number 16, Isaac Harper gets a touch on it, but goes towards the box, and Rush Stewart able to gather up the loose ball. Stewart with a big punt to the middle of the field. Number 18, Burke there, gets the first touch. Clevenger's able to steal and possess down the left side, looking for Schumacher on the diagonal. Ben Schumacher chasing to the corner. It looks like he's going to be able to get to it. Schumacher cuts it back, trying to get a turn. Stolen away by the Liberators, and foul called on Schumacher. Free kick for the Liberators. Burke takes the kick, plays it to the middle of the field. Bouncing ball skips in. That's Bachman, or I'm sorry, that's number 23, Giglio, and makes a heavy touch all the way into the box for Stewart to gather. Stewart top spinning ball into the middle, Dunaway first to touch, falls to Schumacher. Ben Schumacher there being defended by Burke. Plays over to Clevenger, back to Schumacher. Poked away by the Liberators. Braden Burke on the ball. Plays the heavy ball back to the keeper. Kind of a tough touch for the keeper. He's able to settle it after a tough touch. Ball to the far side. That's number 18. I'm sorry, that's number 16, Isaac Harper. And knocked out of play. It's a throw for the Liberators. Number 12, Max Berry, checking back in the game, as Isaac Harper, number 16, will check back out. 16 minutes left to play here in the first half. Liberators leading 1-0 here in the first round of the Willard Invitational. Ball played down the line. Boney heads it down. Clevenger heads it into the middle for Dunaway. Dunaway with his chest, trying to find space. Turns back to the middle. Ball repossessed by the Liberators, played over the top. Stewart at the top of the box, able to let it roll in and scoop it up. Quick throw out to the near side for Hamlin. Skipping ball, and that's going to go all the way out of play. Back to a throw for the Liberators. Horton over and able to clear it out the sideline. Throw again for the Liberators. Number 3 is Yannick Davilar on that left wing. This ball boy on the near side getting his workout as he's chasing up and down the line. Colton Ingold, number 14, there to take the throw for the Liberators. Big throw into the box. Anredder there settles it with his chest. Davilar gets to it. Ball's loose at the top. Davilar gets a shot. Whistle blown for offside. So it's a free kick for the Cougars on the offside call. Restart a play into the middle. Number 23, Giglio, gets the first touch. Plays it on the ground over to number 4, Eli Bryan. Colton Ingold on the ball. Anredder steals, plays it up to Clevenger. Clevenger's able to turn. Clevenger across the frame, looking to play someone through. Tries to play it over the top, slips on the touch, and stolen away by the Liberators, but right back to Clevenger. Clevenger back in possession, carrying down the near side, cuts it back to Schumacher at the top. Schumacher makes a move, plays it back to Clevenger. Over to Meningus, one touch back to Clevenger, but off the mark. Slide in, Clevenger loses his feet, Hamlin steps in. Ball's loose in the middle, Bryan there for it. Eli Bryan challenged by Brandon Schumacher, but able to get through the challenge. Played into the middle of the field, poked ahead by number 15, Lobdell. Evan Horton gets there and pokes it away with his left. And it's another throw-in for the Liberators. Number 5, Xavier Cox, and number 1, Elijah Cox, checking in the game for the Liberators. DeVillar and Bryan checking out of the game. Ball down the line. Clevenger there to steal. Clevenger tries to connect to Dunaway. Number 22, Archer Ingold, plays it back into the middle, all the way over to the near side for Bachman. Ben Berry plays it to the near side for Bachman, but off the mark and turnover back to the Cougars. Case and Hamlin there to take the throw. Down the line. Meningus comes in to challenge. Ball comes to number 1, Elijah Cox, and he tries to play the through ball. Nobody there to connect. Cougars get it in the box.
Elijah, it's got to be more at an angle because if the keeper comes out.
Stewart, big spinning ball. First touch by Burke. Boney comes up, wins the header, and draws the foul. And it's a free kick for the Cougars. Anredder, big ball to the top, headed in the air by Burke. Brandon Schumacher plays it down to Dunaway. Boney wins it, nice one touch back to Dunaway in the middle. Back to Boney. Boney to Dunaway. Dunaway wide to Clevenger. Clevenger attacking down the left side. Clevenger makes a hard touch to get to the corner. Trying to turn, number 22, Archer Ingold defending. And both players go to the ground. It's a goal kick for the Liberators. Number 6, Nate Lobdell checking back in the game for the Liberators. Number 15, Isaiah Lobdell checking out. Liberators restart play out of the back. Braden Burke there. Plays it to the near side as Ben Berry gets challenged by Meningus. Back to Burke. Clevenger comes up to pressure. They're able to get it over to the far side for Archer Ingold. Ingold carries down the line as Clevenger comes in to challenge. Ingold plays it back into the middle. Touched by Horton. Can't get control of it though, and stolen by the Liberators in a dangerous spot. Number 23, Giglio, cuts it back. And offside flag is up on number 6, Nate Lobdell. This will be a free kick for the Cougars. Cougars escaping some danger there with a kind of an unnecessary attempt by Horton to settle that ball. Just much better for him just to give it space.
Was that advantage? No, offside. Well, I know it was offside after. I was asking before. He fell on his own feet. Okay. It looked like
All right, Anredder takes the kick after the offside call. Playing a hard ball to the far side. Burke heads it back into the middle. Headed into the air by number 12, that's Max Berry. Boney heads it forward. Ball falls to Dunaway. Dunaway trying to find space to possess. Challenged by number 12, Max Berry, as he plays it down the line. Nangle sweeps it away. Ball deflected. Boney sends it in. Number 5, Xavier Cox gets to possession. Boney goes to ground to win it. Ball deflected to Schumacher. Number 14, Colton Ingold able to win it. Played to the far side as Boney shields, and it's out of play. Throw in for the Cougars. Boney takes a quick throw. Good header by Clevenger back into the middle. Schumacher fighting for possession. Cox comes in, Nangle pokes it to Clevenger. One touch into Dunaway. Dunaway in the center circle, heads it into the air. Stolen back by number 23, Giglio. Giglio to the near side for the younger Elijah Cox. Hamlin, nice challenge as he plays it out the sideline. And it's a throw for the Liberators. Number 21, Soren Bachman down to take the throw.
Talk to him, Ben.
Bachman, big throw into the box. Lobdell tries to receive it on the turn. Loose ball, number 14, Colton Engel trying to possess. Hamlin tries to clear it away. Horton's there and able to clear it. Meningus one touches it in. Ben Schumacher challenges back. Dunaway tries to clear as Burke's there to head it. Ball goes over Schumacher. Number 11, Ben Berry there. Plays it off of Giglio's chest. Giglio back to possession. Makes the move into the box. Hamlin, nice help side, and comes in and challenges for the ball. Liberty's in possession as Ben Berry drops all the way back. Plays it back to the keeper at the top. Cougars pushing their back line up as the Liberators possess out of the back. Burke plays it back to the keeper. Number 42 is Wyatt Viles. Viles on the ground. Skipping ball. Number 23, Giglio challenges for it. Hamlin wins it. Hamlin on possession, trying to cut through. Hamlin chips it over the top into the box, and Viles is there to scoop up the loose ball. Xavier Cox on the far side. Played into Lobdell. Enritter challenges. Ball played back to Engel, who switches it to the near side. Elijah Cox tries to get there to keep it in, but out the sideline throwing for the Cougars. This slick surface here on the turf is affecting the players early in the morning here. Hamlin takes the throw down the line. Cox and Meningus challenge for it. Ball to Giglio. Switch to the far side for number 12, Max Berry. Berry chases to the corner, is able to keep it in. Sends it across, and Stewart's right there, able to fall on it and kill the threat. Stewart punts it to the near side. Side spinning ball. Meningus there challenging along with number 21, Bachman. Ball all the way out the sideline and ruled off of the Liberators, throwing for the Cougars. Grayson Crumrine checking in the game for the Cougars as Justin Boney gets a break over at the left fullback position. Cason Hamlin in as right back will take the throw for the Cougars. Meningus, Schumacher, and Dunaway up front. Meningus heads it back into the middle. Xavier Cox is there to receive, plays it through. Anreder, ball skipping through his touch. Horton's there to help and plays it to the far side out of play with his left foot. It'll be a throw for the Liberators just past midfield. Ball in, Crumrine wins it with his chest. Loose ball. Falls to number 12, Max Berry. Back to the younger Archer Ingold. Number 23, Giglio gets the touch into the attack. Horton defending. Stewart comes up, can't get to it. Giglio still on the ball as Stewart retreats back. Plays it in and scores the goal. And the Liberators lead 2-0. Ruben Brake checking back in the game as Cason Hamlin subs out. 3 subs for the Liberators, number 16, number 3, and number 4. Number 4, Eli Bryant. Number 6, Nate Lobdell. I'm sorry, number 3, Yannick Daviliar. And number 16 is Isaac Harper. Ben Schumacher there to take the kick to reset play. Play to Brandon Schumacher ahead. Meningus able to win it up to Ben. Schumacher looking for space, plays it to Brake. Brake across to Brandon. Lobdell steals it. Lobdell through, And offside flag is up on Davliar. Good back line by the Cougars. And it'll be another free kick for the Cougars off the offside. Enrider on the ground. Rolls through, stolen by Brian. Nangle able to win it, plays it across the field. Nobody's there as Davila steals. Horton tries to send it away and deflected off of Lobdell into a near threat as Stewart's there to secure it. Ball to the far side. Braden Burke, the right center back, plays it back to the keeper Viles. Wyatt Viles in possession, plays it into the middle. Archer Ingold can't control the touch and it falls to Clevenger, but Ingold steals it back. Over to the far side, and out of play, throw in for the Cougars. Grayson Crumrine there to take the throw. Into Dunaway. Dunaway at his feet. Ingold challenging. Gets it over to Burke as Clevenger comes in to challenge. Ball comes loose to Schumacher. Ben Schumacher at the top, trying to get an angle and looked like he got held, but ref said not enough. Throw in for the Cougars. Dunaway back in possession. Trying to find space, plays it back to Crumrine. Crumrine down the line as Harper steals. Harper, a dangerous ball across the middle. Brian lets it run as Brandon Schumacher comes in to steal. Leaves it for Meningus. Meningus cuts it back. Meningus looking for an option, plays it all the way back to Anreder. Pass off the mark as Anreder chases back. Anreder drops it back to Stewart. Stewart's able to make a touch. Plays it right into the middle. Nobody there to help him.
And Nate's already offside. Don't play it.
Ball's loose as Stewart's able to regather. 3 minutes left in the first half. Liberators leading 2-0. Eli Bryant able to get there on the throw out. Plays it over across the middle to Colton Ingold. Number 16, Isaac Harper, can't keep it in, and a throw in for the Cougars. Grayson Crumrine there to take the throw. Plays it short to Clevenger. Clevenger can't control it, and it's played as a tough ball back to Crumrine. Liberators able to clear it away. Another throw for the Cougars. Crumrine takes the throw down the line. Archer Ingold heads it into the air. Dunaway there heads it forward. Ben Schumacher's able to get a touch. Schumacher plays it to Meningus to connect. Meningus chops it back to Brandon Schumacher. Back to Brake. Brake on the near side. Plays it wide for Meningus to chase, but Meningus is able to get there. Nice run by Meningus. Trying to connect back to Dunaway in the middle. Ball falls back to Meningus, who sweeps it back to Brake. Brake plays it over the top for Meningus. Ball stays in on the line. Headed back into the middle by Ingold. Brake gets another touch. Brian off of his chest. Schumacher challenging with number 14, Ingold. And Colton Ingold draws the foul. It's a free kick. Whoa, it's a rolling ball! Bouncing ball. Bad touch by number 14, Ingold, as Schumacher comes in. Nice job by Viles to come up to clear it from the top of the box. Ball falls to Dunaway. Brake gets the throw in. Ball into Dunaway. Dunaway gets the touch into the box. Braden Burke there to possess. Down the line, plays on the ground with his left. Dangerous ball, falls to Brandon Schumacher. Schumacher cuts it back. Ben Schumacher's there. Challenge with number 11. That's Ben Barry, able to clear it away. And another throw for the Cougars. Actually, last touch by the Cougars. It's a throw for the Liberators. 2 balls come in play. Ball down the line. Touched first by Davila. Number 6, Lobdell tries to play it through. Horton's there. Anrider tries to clear. Lobdell gets back to it. Lobdell in the corner of the box. Makes a touchback as Horton comes in to challenge. Ball deflected out the sideline and a throw for the Cougars. And that's the first half whistle. So at halftime, Liberators leading the Cougars 2-0. We'll take an audio break here for halftime. We'll be back 10 minutes on the clock for the second half. All right, we're back on the field. Second half ready to start. Back to the starting lineup for the Cougars. Hamlin at the top, Clevenger and Meningus as the attacking mids. Dunaway at the center attack. Nangle and Brandon Schumacher as the defensive mids, and Boney, Anredder, Horton, and Brake across the back. Rush Stewart in the goal for the Cougars. And that's the whistle. We're underway for the second half. Ball played all the way back to Horton. Horton's able to receive and turn. Good ball on the ground to Brake. Brake opens up on the reception. Carrying down the far side, plays it on the ground. Sneaks through for Hamlin to chase. Number 22, Archer Ingold, is able to step in and win it.
Down the line, down the line.
Challenge on the near side, Clevenger steals. And knocked away. Clevenger tried to take the quick throw, but throw-in ruled for the Liberators. Ball bounces over everyone. Anredder pokes it to the near side for Nangle. Nangle able to keep it in. Hamlin there, I'm sorry. Ball back to the middle, stolen by Lobdell. Lobdell plays it through for Max Berry, chasing it down to the corner. Horton, nice step in to challenge for the ball. Berry plays it back to number 4, Eli Bryan. Giglio over to number 14 is Colton Ingold. Liberators possess on the far side. Bachman plays it back to Ben Berry, back into the middle of the field. Ingold ahead to Giglio. Nangle gets there, tries to touch it to the sideline and out of play. Max Berry there to take the quick throw. Cougars do a good job covering and resets. Ball into Eli Bryan. Plays it across the box. Bouncing ball off of Dunaway's chest. Schumacher can't control the first touch as number 14, Colton Ingold, steps in. Cougars cleared on the far side, and it's a throw for the Liberators. Ball down the line is Brake Shields. He's able to win it off of Xavier Cox's legs, and it's a goal kick for the Cougars. Max Anredder back to take the goal kick. Driving ball to the far side. Meningus gets a touch on it and can't control it, out of play to the Liberators. Throw down the line, first touch by Lobdell. Horton's there to clear it away, and another throw for the Bolivar Liberators. Good throw in by Bachman, headed forward by Giglio, but Xavier Cox is in an offside position, so the Cougars get the restart. Ball all the way through. Biles, the keeper, able to scoop it up. Bachman on the ball, plays it back into the middle. Off the mark from Ingold as Bryan's able to get back to it. Drops it to Burke. Stolen by Boney as he plays it down the line. Burke defending, cuts it back to Ingold. Archer Ingold is able to keep it in. Nangle steps up. Ball over to Colton Ingold. Played with his left over the top. Xavier Cox chasing down the line, plays it into the middle. Horton gets a touch on it but can't deflect. Lobdell there. Anredder in front. Drops it to Giglio. Giglio takes a strike. Boney's there to deflect it away. Xavier Cox comes away with a loose ball. Brandon Schumacher steps in, try to win the challenge. Lobdell back to it. Anredder steps to clear. Colton Ingold back to the ball, gets it to Giglio. Drop back to the back line for Archer Ingold. Max Berry plays it in as Number 23, Giglio tries to play the 1-2 combination. Handball called on the Cougars, and it'll be a free kick for the Liberators. Number 18, the center back, Braden Burke, will take the free kick. Two-man wall for the Cougars. Number 12, Max Berry, going to the far right side as Dunaway picks him up. Burke plays it on the ground. Giglio gets the touch. Dunaway steps in, gets pushed off the ball. Giglio stays with it, plays it across. Ball loose in the box, and Clevenger clears it to the far side. And it's a throw for the Liberators. Ball into Ingold. Schumacher comes in and wins the challenge to Meningas. Meningas tries to play Hamlin on the connection. Ball back to Burke. Bachman on the ball as Hamlin steps in and wins the challenge, and it's a throw for the Cougars. Meningas, good throw down the line for Hamlin to chase. Hamlin trying to cut it back on Burke and knocked off of the leg of Burke. It's another throw for the Cougars. Clevenger takes the throw, gets it into Dunaway. Dunaway leaves it for Schumacher. Brandon Schumacher a little heavy on the touch as number 14, Colton Ingold, comes in and clears it away. Cox and Meningas challenge for the ball. Out of play, another throw for the Cougars. Meningas there to take it. Plays it into the middle for Hamlin. Hamlin with his chest, and then heads it into the box. Hamlin on the ball, and as it comes to the ground, it drags off his foot. Goal kick for the Liberators. Wyatt Viles, the keeper, plays it short to Burke. Burke in possession in the box. Plays it on the ground for Giglio, one touch wide and off the mark to Archer Ingold. And it's a throw for the Cougars. Justin Boney down to take the throw. Big throw down to Clevenger. Clevenger into the corner. Tries to get there before it goes to the end line. Plays it across with his left. And it's out the end line. Goal kick for the Liberators. Viles on the ground to Archer Ingold. It actually runs all the way through. Giglio there. Can't control the touch, and Engel wins it off of Giglio's foot for a throw for the Cougars. Boney takes the big throw into Hamlin. Dunaway comes away with a loose ball. Dunaway wide to Clevenger. Clevenger gets challenged by number 14, Colton Ingold, and out of play, throw for the Cougars. Ball into Clevenger. Clevenger on the line. Cleared away by Bachman. Challenge at the top by Lobdell and Boney. Falls loose to Anredder. Anredder back to Boney. Boney lets it run. Stolen by Bryan. Put a name on those passes. Stewart with a big punt to the middle of the field. Burke first to touch, falls to Dunaway. Dunaway gets it to Clevenger. Clevenger in control, plays it down the line, but can't keep it in. And a throw in for the Liberators. Lobdell gets the touch. And foul called on Lobdell as he tries to get through the challenge on Anredder. It's a free kick for the Cougars. Anredder ahead. Archer Ingold heads it forward to Barry. Barry can't control the touch. The ball falls to Clevenger. Clevenger, good feet to get through the challenge on Giglio. Drops it back to Boney. And Boney sweeps it out of play. Throw in for the Liberators. Archer Ingold down to take the throw. Boney there heads it back away and out of play. Another throw for the Liberators. Lobdell and Boney there challenging for the ball. Lobdell has inside position. Boney's able to win it back into the corner, and Boney pokes it out. It's a corner kick for the Liberators. Number 5, Xavier Cox, down to take the corner. Ball sent in. Stewart's there, gets a hand on it, gets hit in the back, and Stewart's able to hold possession. Quick throw out to Hamlin, bounces over him. Burke's there as he's got it turned. Hamlin gets a touch on the ball, got away with a push in the back, and then a foul called on the Liberators as Meningus came back into possession. Anreder from, say, 45 yards out will take the free kick. Anreder driving ball in, and nobody's there as Viles is able to get it out of the air. Quick throw out to the near side for Cox. Xavier Cox with the touch ahead as Nangle comes to challenge. Boney staying inside position, played through to Lobdell. And too far ahead as Stewart off his line, able to get it at the top of the box. Quick throw out to the far side. Runs through Schumacher. Meningus and Bachman challenge for the ball. Bachman plays it down the line, out of play. Another throw for the Cougars on the far side. Ruben Brake there to take the throw. Playing it up to Hamlin. Challenge for the ball with number 11, Ben Berry. Able to win it to Burke. Braden Burke to Cox. Nice settle by Xavier Cox as he plays Giglio through. Giglio takes the shot. Stewart's right there. Ball falls to Anreder. Anreder tries to make a touch to the keeper Stewart, but there was too much congestion, and Giglio gets called for the push in the back. It's a free kick for the Cougars.
Turn on it, let's go. No bounce, straight back in.
Stewart with a side spinning ball through the middle. Giglio first to touch. Nangle there steps on the ball into a transition for the Liberators. Giglio plays it through. Too far ahead of Max Berry as he chases to the corner. And Berry tries to step on it to hold it in, but can't get control. And it's a throw in for the Cougars. Ben Schumacher checking in the game. Titus Clevenger getting a break. Hamlin going to the left mid as Ben Schumacher takes the striker position. Brake plays it down the line, headed into the middle by the Liberators. Giglio's there. Meningus comes to pressure. Giglio drops it to Berry. Berry to the far side for Bachman. Into Bryan. Over to Cox. One touch in for Ingold. Ingold over to Lobdell and Anreder. Nice challenge to clear it away. Hamlin, good ball down the line to chase for Schumacher. Braden Burke there, and that's going to roll out on the tapered field at the sideline, and it's a throw for the Liberators, but a good change of the field by the Cougars. Braden Burke takes the throw in. Boney heads it forward. Ingold sweeps it into the middle of the field. Bryan there. Nate Lobdell wins possession, plays it to Giglio, over to Ingold, all the way to the far side for Bachman. Meningus chases back. Bachman plays it in with his left. I'm sorry, that's Max Berry. All the way to Ingold as he chases back to the back line. Schumacher comes to pressure, played into Burke. Burke looks for an option as Nangle tries to steal. Burke still on possession and plays it to the corner, nobody there. Burke, as center back, maybe felt a little uncomfortable in that position, got rid of it without anyone to connect to. Ball throw in. Hamlin first to touch, stolen away by number 16, Harper. Nangle comes in and able to get possession, draws the foul. It's a free kick for the Cougars.
Hey, you're fine, just go.
Anreder, a good ball over the top for Schumacher to chase. Burke there defending if Schumacher can trap it. And Schumacher gets a touch but can't keep it in. Goal kick for the Liberators. Restart of play. Played short to number 11, Ben Berry. Ben Berry and Max Berry, both juniors. Ball in the middle, Dunaway steals. Falls to Meningus, he tries to poke it away. Last touch by the Liberators, throw in for the Cougars. Meningus takes the throw into Schumacher, tries to turn, cleared away by Ben Berry. Lobdell up there at the top on the left side, can't keep the touch in. Another throw for the Cougars. Ruben break, big throw in. Ingold touches it to the far side, Meningus there. Challenged by Brian. Brian plays it forward as Horton plays it all the way back to the keeper, Stewart. Stewart with time to settle, looking for possession. Finds Anredder. Anredder to the near side for Boney. Boney has time. Boney down the line for Hamlin. And Hamlin just too high on the foot, runs underneath. Turnover back to the Liberators. Archer Ingold takes the throw over to Burke. Burke back to Ben Berry. Berry turns and drops it to Viles. Viles at the top of the box, plays possession back to Burke. Burke back to Berry as Schumacher chases. Berry to Giglio. Nangle defending in front. Giglio with his left playing Cox through. Stewart at the top of the box plays it on the one touch. Bryant there to steal. Eli Bryant into the middle of the field. Actually wide to Cox. Cox with the ball in the middle for Harper. One touch to Giglio. I'm sorry, that was to Ingold. Through to Giglio. Into the corner. Hamlin comes to pressure. Giglio crossed, and Horton's there to clear it. It's a corner kick for the Liberators. Clevenger checking back in the game for the Cougars as Hamlin takes a break. Number 3, Yannick Davilar, and number 15, Isaiah Lobdell checking in for the Liberators. Cox and Lobdell, the older Lobdell, checking out. Anredder takes the free kick. Back in, Anredder sweeps it up to Schumacher. Schumacher being defended by Burke. Burke gets a touch through to clear. Ball falls back to Schumacher with space in front. Schumacher carrying. Hey! How do you not blow that dead? That's clearly affecting the play. Giglio back to ball, plays it in. Bouncing ball. Stewart can't control it. Horton tries to sweep it away. Another touch by number 3, Davilar, and corner kick is the result. Ball sent in, still loose. Meningus able to clear it. Harper able to keep it in, plays it back in. Headed by Boney. Ball's loose for Giglio, takes it on the ground, and Clevenger is able to get a deflection wide of the goal. It's another corner kick for the Liberators. Harper takes the corner. Stewart comes off his line to get a touch on it. Congestion in the box as Dunaway plays it high into the air. Back to Harper on the near side. Drop to Giglio. I'm sorry, that's Ingold. Over his brother Archer. Giglio in the middle. Back to Burke. Burke takes the strike, and Stewart gets a hand on it just to push it wide. And it's a corner kick for the Liberators. 16 minutes left to play here in the second half. Bolivar leading New Heights 2-0. Harper takes the kick in, side spinning ball. It's loose in the box. Horton comes in. Number 21, Bachman, plays it back to Giglio. Giglio all the way across to the far side. Nobody's there to connect. And not sure what he was going for there, but out of play, throw in for the Cougars. Kason Hamlin checking back in the game as Ruben Brake subs out. as that right fullback. Hamlin all the way over to take the throw. Down the line. Touched by Meningus is the ruling. It's a throw for the Liberators. Ball into Giglio. He's trying to settle with his chest. Meningus comes in to challenge. Dunaway tries to steal, and Giglio steps on his foot. It's a free kick for the Cougars. Ball quickly up ahead. Schumacher there on the far side. Able to turn it back on Barry. Schumacher trying to fight for possession. Ben Barry's able to step in. Ball falls to Hamlin. Hamlin plays it into the corner for Schumacher to get to. And knocked out a play, throw in for the Cougars. Hamlin takes the throw. Headed into the air by the Liberators. Oh, still in play as Schumacher comes onto it. Bachman gets back to the ball. And a throw in won by the Liberators. Number 5, Xavier Cox checking back in the game for Eli Bryan. Bachman takes the throw into Burke, I should say. Burke into the air. Cox gets a touch forward. He's out on the run. Horton challenging. Cuts it back, far post, hits off the back post. Hamlin loses his feet as Daviliar is able to get to the ball. Hamlin's still in front. And deflected off of Hamlin will be a corner kick for the Liberators. Harper there to take the corner kick. Back spinning ball. Meningus rises up and heads it away. Burke and Schumacher. Schumacher's able to get to the ball. Schumacher is able to make the turn, plays the connection through to Meningus on the chase. Slide tackle. Slide tackle by number 14, Colton Ingold, and he has a yellow card for that. All right, sub back in the game on the yellow. Eli Bryan checking in the game. Just about 45 yards out, Anredder has the free kick. Anredder backspinning ball in. Schumacher loses his feet. Ball falls to Hamlin. Hamlin with his left. And Viles is right there to make the one-hop save. Wyatt Viles, big throw to the near side. Bounces over Boney as Giglio is there to settle. Giglio makes a touch to the sideline. Looking to send it across and right to the keeper, Stewart. Good throw to the near side for Clevenger. Archer Ingold heads it down. Out of play, throw in for the Cougars, and Spencer Jackson checking in for the Cougars, coming in for Dunaway.
Hey, Eli's in that spot.
Some more subs coming in, or coming off, I should say. Okay, now we're ready to play. Boney into Schumacher, heads it in the middle for Meningus. Meningus challenge for the ball falls to Clevenger. Clevenger across to Nangle. Nangle with possession, finds Hamlin. Hamlin tries to make the touch ahead as Elijah Cox makes the steal. Cox plays it through. Horton steps in and clears. Back to the middle of the field, Meningus is there. Meningus able to turn, plays it down the line for Clevenger, but bouncing ball rolls out, or bounces out, and a throw in for the Liberators. Archer Ingold takes the throw. Eli Bryant on the ball, plays it back to Ben Berry. Berry finds Giglio. Meningus steps in to challenge. Ball falls to Bryant. Over to number 11, Ben Berry. Back to the middle, off the mark, falls all the way through, and Lobdell's able to repossess. Bryant to the near side, falls all the way back through to Maxberry. Back to Archer Ingold, to Max Berry. Giglio there, Meningus steps in and to challenge, clears it away. Berry possesses back to Bryan. Back to Ben Berry. Bachman on the far side as Spencer Jackson comes to pressure. Bachman in the middle for Giglio. Meningus again steps into pressure. Meningus wins it over to Clevenger. Clevenger turns. Clevenger trying to turn with Giglio. Giglio comes away with the ball. Played to the far side. Hamlin gets a touch, and Anredder sends it back in. Bryant and Meningus fight for possession. Meningus drops to Nangle. Nangle makes the touch, stolen by Maxberry. Berry keeps it in, plays it back to Archer Ingold. Ingold to Bryant in the middle. And stolen away by, or I should say, out of play by the Liberators, thrown for the Cougars. Boney plays it down the line. Ingold clears, and another throw for the Cougars. Boney, big throw to Schumacher. Schumacher makes a touch back to the middle. Archer Ingold there to possess. Plays it back through the middle. Horton, one touch spinning ball into the middle of the field for Brandon Schumacher to get to. Schumacher looking for an option, able to turn. Makes a cut in. Schumacher still on the ball, gets it to Meningus. Meningus slots it through for Schumacher if he's on. And offside flag is out. Be a free kick for the Liberators. Burke restart to Giglio. Back to Burke. To the far side for the younger Cox, Elijah Cox. Connecting to his brother Xavier. Xavier on the run. Loses the touch, able to get it back on the Maradona. Gets it to Giglio. Giglio at the top of the box. Plays Max Berry to the corner, and Anredder there sweeps it away to the sideline. It's a throw for the Liberators deep in the corner. Lobdell checks to the ball and gets a touch, but on the pass back to Berry, loses it out of play, a throw in for the Cougars. Boney with the big throw down the line, bouncing ball. Ingold and Schumacher. Ingold wins the ball to Giglio. Giglio back to Braden Burke. Burke all the way back to the keeper to reset. Wyatt Viles with possession at the top of the box, plays it on the ground over to Xavier Cox. Cox able to receive it to turn. Looking across the field, finds Giglio. Giglio plays Lobdell in on the run. Stewart tries to clear, doesn't get a clean touch on it, and Anredder comes in to play it high into the air. Elijah Cox there to settle. Plays it to Bachman. Bachman down the line as Hamlin comes into pressure. Elijah Berry able to steal and turn. Anredder on the ball in the box, clears it to the end line, and it's a corner kick for the Liberators. Under 6 to play. Corner kick upcoming. Xavier Cox over to take the corner. Side spinning ball in, 6-yard box. It bounces all the way through. Max Berry tracks it down on the near side. Drop back to Burke. Braden Burke plays the spinning ball in. Lobdell gets a head on it. Elijah Cox there to get a touch and puts it to the keeper. Stewart able to stop the ball and then fall on it. Stewart with the punt to the near side. Clevenger gets a touch up to Schumacher. Schumacher received, looking to turn. Burke comes up to challenge. Schumacher makes a turn, plays Clevenger down the line. Clevenger, nice touch to settle. And Goal able to get back to it to steal. Burke in the middle of the field. Clevenger chases back. Giglio back to Burke. Burke plays Lobdell up to the top line. Nangle steps in, can't stay with it as Lobdell wins it back up to Cox. Cox from the top takes the shot and ball over the top of the goal, and it's a goal kick for the Cougars. 4:30 left to play. Justin Boney checking out for Grayson Crumrine and Lucas Nangle checking out for Jackson Dunaway. Stewart plays it short to Anredder on the restart. Anredder over to Horton. Horton, nice touch and turn. Has a pass over to Hamlin. Hamlin gets challenged by Elijah Cox. Hamlin able to play it down the line, and that's going to go all the way to the corner. Wyatt Biles, the keeper, lets it roll out the end line. Corner or goal kick for the Liberators. Restart of play. Burke with the ball, gets it back to Viles. Spencer Jackson pressures, played to the far side for Bachman. Bachman into the middle for Ingold. Up to Bryant. Nice tackle by Anredder. Gets it to Brandon Schumacher. Schumacher on the ground to Clevenger. Clevenger makes a touch forward. Benberry steps in, and Ingold comes back to win it. Played back to Bachman. Schumacher in the box. Bachman's able to slide in and clear it. And Schumacher evades the challenge, and Bryant and Braden Burke clears it away. Ball all the way back to Stewart in the box. Max Berry takes the loose ball and fires it on goal, but sends it over the top. That's another goal kick for the Cougars. 2:30 left to play. Anredder taking the restart. Ball in the middle of the field. Clevenger gets the first touch. Ingold's there to steal. Up to Bryan. Bryan plays Berry to the corner. Anredder there to challenge. Anredder knocks him off the ball, and goal kick is the result. Stewart to the near side. Out of play. And it's a throw-in for the Liberators. Anredder's able to play ahead. Ingold gets a touch. Meningus plays Schumacher in. Keeper stays back as Ben Berry comes in to challenge. Ben Schumacher on the ball, trying to get through. Cuts it back. Ben Schumacher there, takes the shot, still on it, and can't finish it. Had a few opportunities. The Liberators are able to save it. And the corner kick up coming for the Cougars. Titus Clevenger over to take the corner kick. Good ball in. Meningus there, headed away by Liberators. Falls to Hamlin at the top. Brandon Schumacher sweeps it in. Touch Meningus there and plays it on the keeper. And the keeper, Wyatt Biles, there to make the save. Back-to-back good chances for the Cougars. Biles plays it to the middle of the field. Nice header by Horton all the way back to Schumacher. Schumacher turns, gets into the box again, Burke's able to win it, and all the way back to the box for Stewart. Just 20 seconds remaining.
Eli, drop. You're too high. There's 2 minutes left.
Stewart punts it to the far side. That will be one of the last plays of the game as we're under 10 seconds. Throwing down the line. Xavier Cox on the ball. And that's the whistle. Final score, Liberators 2, New Heights Cougars 0. Cougars had a flurry there at the end with some chances. Schumacher looked to have everything but the goal as he broke a couple challenges and then had a diving keeper that he tried to nutmeg, it appeared. All right, that's all we have. So we'll be back at 1 o'clock playing here for the losers bracket game against either Oak Park or Willard. That game will take place at 10 a.m. So just about 30 minutes from now. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you in a few hours.